Hey, what's up, guys? So this week we traded them at Blueprint. I just want to do this overview video to kind of see, what other decisions we could have made and just kind of the overall review of the week. So AMRS, let me zoom in here. So we started the week out. So each one of these vertical bars is the day, right? So 5 days back in the beginning of the week, we grabbed it at 5:59. It opened on Monday, right about 5:55, and kind of had a dip, and then kind of popped back up at the end of the day in the high 550s. Like kind of the 570. Then you had a big jump on Tuesday. Wednesday, Wednesday's always a good day to sell. Fridays used to be a really, really good day, and for some reason, the last 4 or 5 months of the market, it just hasn't been the day. And Tuesdays have always seemed to be the down day, unless you grab something really good on Monday, which in this case we did. I think we pulled all the right moves. Could have sold a little higher, but we did maintain an over 10% gain. So to me, that's solid. You can kind of see how the RSI and CCI, it kind of peaked there on the CCI above the positive line, and then or the 70 line, and then same with the RSI. It's really was solid in the green. On the Arun, we grabbed it right at the top, before it started to trend down. Room to accumulate. CMF was solid at the time. MACD still solid. So we did the right thing on AMRS. Good one, good percent. Grabbed it, got out. Still has some resistance up here, about 675. Maybe it'll keep going, maybe it won't, but the whole goal was to be in and out and be done with it, right? Make our money and move on. NVAX, did start the week out looking strong. Kind of fell down, kind of rode this Bollinger Band down. So when I talk about the Bollinger Bands breaking up and down, so the wider they are apart, the more volatility there is at that given moment. So 5 days back, we were looking for it to go up instead of broke down. We mitigated our risk. We got in at the 154 and sold deals on Wednesday right about 148. So mitigated our risk, and we saw that through the videos. Hey, this is where it says on Blueprint. I was going to put my stop loss and get out. So again, this Arun up here on the red, trending flat like it does, and the green down here at the bottom just signifies the downtrend. We were looking for it to break, but it did not break. So that's NVAX. Mitigated that one, did well on that one. Could have done, I think, a little better, mitigated better, but NVAX has always been a good one, and we did well mitigating our risk. So that's all I can say about that one at this time. AREX, made me money on this one. It's kind of little iffy on this one. Grabbed it at 244 and then sold it at 258. I had a limit buy that it triggered that last day. It hit 258. Forget what day that was. I think it was Thursday or Friday. So it knocked it out. It triggered. I got it. Another good thing about setting your limit sells and buys is sometimes if you don't have access to pre-market or after hours, depending on your broker, your orders can still execute during that time. So make sure you have it good until canceled, not end of day, because end of the market session it will close out. But if you have it good until canceled, then it could be available to someone in the after hours or pre-market to buy. So AREX, we made our money, grabbed it here, sold it. We missed the nice and spike over 260 on Wednesday, but that's okay. We got our limit sell in and sold it. At any time, again, remember the Blueprint is just the basis foundation of a risk management tool. It's in no way the complete guide to trading, because the market is so dynamic and the market will give you what it wants to give you. You need to execute on when it does. So like I said earlier, lately Monday's been okay day to buy. Tuesdays for some reason have been a down day unless you got something hot, and then Wednesdays have always really been a really good sell day, and Fridays lately have not been a good sell day. So my goal always, I try to get out on Wednesdays if it makes sense and be done for the week, depending on how much money I have, how much liquidity I have at the time, and how much risk with those factors taken do I want to take at the time. PLUG, I'll move to the end because we're still holding that one. BTX again was looking good. Again, Bollinger Bands broke and it rode down, but we mitigated this one. And now it's down at 206. So we got this one at 231 and got out at 220. So that one was, right under 5%, 4.8% loss. It's indicative in the indicators kind of what happened, but that's what it is. Kind of Sundays we look at everything. Could have had a good Friday that could have manipulated the look, but the overall indicators looked okay at the time, and we tracked them throughout the week. TLGT, kind of the same thing, in at 373, out at 354. It looked like it reached its max and actually broke down this trend line here and ended the week at 346. Just reviewing the indicators again. The Arun now is breaking down, looking to go another downtrend and go down in price. So these are the things, just daily check in on wherever you get your charts from, either stockcharts.com or somewhere else, and just double check, kind of what direction it's in, and maybe negative 5% is too much for you. Maybe hold your threshold at 4% or negative 3%. So long as you're making money, mitigating risk, that's what matters. PLUG, we ended up holding this one because, kind of had its up and down days as we talked about during the days. A lot of volume, 4.4 million on Friday. Still the RSI and CCI to me, look good. And we see this whole week pretty much it traded sideways between 198 and 202. Kind of had little spikes, 203, 204, 205. Good indicator was on Thursday where it had the big drop down to 188, and then end of the day actually I think at $2 or 189, a little higher. So it sold down. The perception of the market that it's worth $2. People are accumulating it. You can kind of see the volume increasing. Here on the Arun is looking really good, so I'm very curious Monday to see what happens. Room to accumulate. It's in the positive direction. And that was the driver for this week of keeping this one. Huge increase in the chicken money flow. So something's brewing, something's happening, and we're reading the technicals, and we're gonna hold this one until Monday, or I am holding this one until Monday, and gonna see if we could pop out 5% or more, because I'm holding it on Monday, and we did do barely positive on the last 5. I personally want to make 10%, so if it reaches that point, I'm gonna sell it, get rid of it, take my 10% and move on. All right, so hope this was helpful, guys. Overview. Probably gonna do more of these, not every week, but more as we go, just to kind of give more content, more overview of different stocks, and every week something different happens to talk about, and I'm here, want to provide value to you guys to learn. So comment in the chat room what you guys like about these, what you don't like about them, and we'll make them better in the future. Thank you.